Hey guys, welcome yet again to another reaction. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we got ourselves a death battle again with RWBY versus Maka. RWBY versus Soul Eater. I'm a little bit of a stress because I've been trying to get my little sister to watch with me today, but apparently I have no idea what she's trying to explain now. This is just a little bit of a shock, and I've really been. I just don't understand what she's saying out of a sudden. So right now I need to have a talk with her after this video, so I need to see she can fully explain like. I've been actually wanting her to join with me to my next few videos, or this video right here, because I feel like this is the time she can actually enjoy, with me. She doesn't have any plans, but now she's kind of just have some. She just rather want to play something else. But anyways, so besides that. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I was gonna make this video a little bit like 5 minutes early, but yeah, things just ended a little stressful, so this is a little bit of a stressful intro, but that's all I need to explain. So, but yeah, now, this battle, I don't know much about these two. In fact, I have no idea who these are, and I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know much about that. I know a little bit about RWBY from RWBY. I mean, we have seen. I think she had been her friend's been in a death battle before, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. There were a death battle. Okay, I'm not sure why. Okay, hold on. I think we got Blake, who was a death battle with Mikasa. We got Wise that versus Mitsuru, and Yang versus Tika. So but unfortunately, I don't really know much besides that. I only know a little bit. I haven't seen RWBY or anything like that. I don't know much besides that. I just generally just know she's just some sort of character from from a show. And as for Maka, I have no clue who that is, and there is all there is to say. But besides that, there's nothing else I can say from it. So, hope you enjoyed today's video. Actually, today I decided, since we're gonna do this, since my little sister doesn't want to join with me, which I have no idea if she's anymore. But what is she trying to play? I decided to bring someone else in this video, someone that you all know. You know this little guy? I decided to bring this little fella here in today's video, as I am not sure what you're doing, little furball. So yeah, I decided I wanted to do this reaction with someone else who actually has the free time, and that is my dog Rocky. Say hi, Rocky. I can't really do anything besides that, but yeah. So unfortunately, again, I am not able to be. Nobody's gonna be joining with me today. My little sister wants to play some games with my little brother at the moment. But besides that, that is all I need. I don't have to. I need to explain about her. I don't really care what you're doing right now. But for this battle, I'm not really sure who to pick right here, because I don't know much about either of these two. I only know they have scythes. That's all I know. And that's it. So without further ado, let's get into today's video, as we're gonna wait for 1 boring minute, and that's it. So, see you in a bit. Alright, here we go, guys. Let's see how the thing's gonna end up. Oh. Alright.
RWBY Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Huh. Alright, let's see what...
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to RWBY Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer. who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, Ruby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Ruby doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. Ruby made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grim.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. Ruby's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grim, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When Ruby slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world: fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but Ruby can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
Ruby blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with White Schnee, Flake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Those
I
three.
get it. Team Ruby.
But Ruby's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally wrecked. Her sister? Disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Ruby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right, while aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura. And Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or what is she doing exactly?
Close, this is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck tagging her with a bullet. Or a breadstick.
She's certainly quick enough to give Emerald and
breadstick.
Mercury a
That's
hard
a very
time.
effective,
They've dodged actual
option.
lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, 'cause she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam. Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness.
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst, and Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Ruby is only 17 years old. The
Hey,
weight
my
of
favorite
being
number.
a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent
Huh.
Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. RWBY had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Oh, wait, that's it? Okay.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize
Well,
Picks.
We all make
got to
decisions
learn a little bit
every
about
day,
RWBY.
but on Prize Picks, making
pretty
the
good.
right choice can get you paid.
And hey, football season is just kicking off right now, so it's the perfect time to jump in and join the hype.
It's easy to play, just pick more
Yeah,
or less
I
on
mean-
2 to 6 player projections. If you get your picks right, you
I'm
can
okay.
cash
It
in.
looks like
Simple as that.
with RWBY.
Let's see, I got more
looks
on
like an
Barkley for those
for-
rushing
character.
TDs, more on Jones
find
on
out
those
if,
passes, but
Maka has
Allen,
anything against
234 yards?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
less.
You guys could,
Sorry,
you guys
Bills.
do it.
Prize Picks puts users first, so withdrawals are fast, safe, and
Yeah,
secure.
you can take
And
that.
if
It
one
means
of
I
your
love you.
players leaves the game for good, they offer injury reboots to save you
I'm
from
gonna
some
lay
real
down.
bad luck.
That's a lifesaver.
Download the app today and use code DEATH to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup.
That's code DEATH to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Sure, why not?
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
But all the unjust evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of
Okay.
girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework," and then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon, he's a scythe, and he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since
Yeah,
Maka is
sounds easy.
extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor
Okay.
and instrumentalist, a Meister
So
weapon
there's
pair
two
cannot
people
work in
against
harmony
one,
without
basically?
total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork
Is it really a
sucked.
2v1
They
basically?
fumbled the easiest chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's Soul Resonance.
Soul resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy
Wow,
strike that
sounds
puts
like-
the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially
Okay.
well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit. though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reap souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor, literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave. So freaking metal!
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Sight. The dream's here, baby.
So when Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within
cinema
a sound
indeed.
mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 42 42 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
Okay. This will be interesting.
Congratulations to us.
Yeah.
Wiz, your ego is showing.
It always is. And why not? This death battle is episode 200.
Well,
yeah,
it's
I
a
forgot- I
big deal,
completely
so we've
forgot.
got a big
This is
discount on our
episode
website to
200.
celebrate.
I
That's
forgot about that. Thank you for the beginning.
www.deathbattle.gg.
But, alright.
Website members
Yeah, I
already
forgot-
get
I forgot.
awesome deals like exclusive
Oh my
Death
God.
Battle
Oh, I
alerts,
forgot.
a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
episode archive, including episodes not on YouTube, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes goodies.
Let me pause. Okay, so yeah. Alright. So what I've learned so far, oh my god, I'm already messing up a little bit here. So, okay, so Ruby's pretty powerful. Maka's already pretty great. Hold on, let me think. What I've so far learned, I mean, Maka got a lot more screen time, so it looks like and they're gonna do, okay, so they're gonna just
Right, the
jump in here.
combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
I actually,
It's time for a scythe battle!
I think Maka might win this.
Okay, it's official.
I think I'm
This
gonna
is
actually go
so
with Maka
not
this
cool.
time.
Oh,
I
come
wanna
on,
go with
Soul.
Ruby, but I
Our
don't
target
know.
should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who are you looking looking for?
Oh, awkward.
Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has called. Oh my gosh, your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool! Your soul is ours!
Oh, okay, just like that. Okay, let's just go ahead.
I like my soul, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet! Focus. She's good, but we can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Resonance!
Is it having fun now, Ruby?
Stop her hitting me! Get back here! Soul, hurry!
Oh, jump in there next door.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress!
Soul Adagio!
Uh-oh.
Ruby!
The wavelengths. Damn it, she's... Stay strong, Maka! You got this!
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
Well, I guess I was right. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ruby. But hey, it's not often you get to see scythe-on-scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup. First,
Okay.
strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team Ruby did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear-cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, faster than Shadows and whatnot, but as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Atom.
Who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance
yeah.
and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own Shadow territory. Still, Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie. And their speed would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's scythery.
That's not a word.
Maka's scythery was pretty
means
good,
skills.
but
We have
Soul does all the
scythery.
movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-grim eye beams? Turns out they were actually best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim
back.
is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the silver eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, because when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn
Okay,
and Soul
I guess-
Evans.
I guess it
Wait,
makes
his
sense.
name is Soul Evans? Next time on Death
Yes,
Battle.
that is what it is. All right. Who's next? What?
Subscribe and
Blade
join as a
versus
member to see
Buffy.
more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
I like the. Okay, was that? Wait, thank you, Monty. Wait, who is that? Who's Monty? I don't know. Also, Rocky, I know you're sick. Please, you can come down now. That's fine. Whew, I'm getting a lot of hair. You're getting a lot of hair today. But yeah, thanks, Rocky, for all that lovely hair you just gave me. Jeez, you really need to calm down with that. But yeah, guys, so Maka versus Ruby, Ruby versus Maka. I'm not saying this was a bad death battle, but I guess this is an okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest one I watched, but still pretty okay, pretty cool. Not in my opinion. No offense, obviously, no offense about it. But that's other than that, it's okay. It's a pretty a decent episode. And for episode 200, this was actually pretty fun or pretty nice. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I guess I was right. I predicted it by random, I guess. I don't know. The thing is about today is that I actually never even watched any analysis or anything like that. I actually had no time because I actually was doing a lot of other things. To the point, I really didn't really get a look at their predictions and who would win. So I just went into today's video and just rolled just a 50-50. And there you go. I kind of just got it right. So yeah, but yeah, this one was a pretty fun one, pretty nice. I hope you enjoyed the Rocky, even though I did not enjoy getting me a lot of your fur. Let's just say that. I'm gonna need to clean that up afterwards, but yeah. But besides that, that is pretty much it for today's video. I guess that's pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoy it. And also make sure to like the video for Rocky, because he especially was the star of this video. Let's just say that. I guess you could say he's my weapon of choice. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But besides that, that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Check out some of my other videos. Like the last one, which... Oh, wait. I do need to explain a little bit about the last one. I have to address something about the last one, which I understand some people might not like it. The reason why I actually made a comment in that video, someone's comment, and you will have to read it for there. But basically, to summarize, I was wrong. I kind of overreacted a little bit, but I obviously, I don't know. I just felt like I had the chance, I had the win. I obviously knew who was gonna win, but turns out it wasn't. Unfortunately, I just don't see the winner of the last one just winning over the character who lost. Let's just say that. So I don't see it. I just don't see it. It's just my opinion. No offense. I'm okay with the loss. There's nothing to be worried about it. I just don't I don't know. I just don't like it, my opinion. But either way, it was still pretty fantastic death battle. But yeah, this one also was pretty nice. Again, pretty nice, pretty cool. Kind of a little bit of unfortunate that he ended a little bit like this, but it's fine. It's a cool, pretty decent ending. I understand. I just only I'm wondering is why did they go after her in the first place? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Yeah. See you guys next time, and stay lucky out there.